Hello everyone and welcome to Everyday's Kitchen. You're watching the first video in my series on making mug cakes in microwave. This special series is not only for those who don't have an oven, but also for newbies who want to experience some baking but don't want to invest too much on it in the beginning. Making mug cakes is perfect for beginners because it doesn't require any special skills or equipment or time. Normally it takes about 5 minutes at most and some very basic tools to make these cakes. So no oven, no baking pan, no mixer, just a microwave, a mug, some bowls and spoons. Another thing that I really like at these mug cakes is that we can make them in small batches for 1 or 2 people, so it's always convenient and fast and can be a good option even if there's an oven in your kitchen. And the fact that the cakes are baked in a mug in a microwave doesn't make it less tasty or less gorgeous. I have spent my recent 2 weeks to test a lot of recipes of mug cakes, and I'm gonna share with you in this series the best ones from my experiment. So, shall we start? First, regarding the equipment and tool, we will need to prepare a microwave. It doesn't have to be a very modern one. Any microwave with a wattage between 600 and 1200 watts is good. Second, we will also need to prepare some mugs or cups. All of the recipes I'm going to share with you are perfect for 2 mugs of 200 milliliters, but of course you can use the bigger or smaller ones. We also want to make sure that the mugs are suitable to be used in a microwave. And a very simple way to test that is first fill the cake with cold water, then microwave it on full power for about 1 minute. If the mug remains quite cool while the water has started to heat up, then the mug is fine. However, if the mug has heated up but the water is still cool, then you may want to change it with another mug. Third, as we need to measure ingredients in small amounts, a set of measuring spoons will be helpful and necessary. For some ingredients in larger amounts like flour, we can measure them with measuring cups, but I always prefer using a scale because to me scales normally give more precise measurement. Fourth, in most of the recipes I'm going to share with you, I only use half an egg because it gives the cake the best taste and texture. I did try to adjust the recipe with 1 egg, but it didn't turn out good, so don't be surprised when you read the ingredient list. Anyway, getting half an egg is easy. We only need to break the egg and lightly whisk until it becomes completely runny and liquid like in the video, but not foamy. Then get 2 tablespoons of egg, which is equal to 25 grams, and also half a medium-sized egg. And this would be a lot easier if the egg is not very fresh and it is at room temperature. So in addition to the above notes regarding tools and ingredients, I have 2 more important notes that will help you to make the perfect mug cakes. First, please do follow the recipes as how I shared them. Add the ingredients in the correct order and don't substitute any ingredients unless you are very sure that it won't harm the cakes. Second, the baking or cooking time varies depending on the wattage of your microwave and how big your mug is. Baking a cake in a microwave is quite easy because if you underbake the cake a little bit, then it's still wet to the touch, then just put it back into the microwave and cook it for some more seconds. However, do pay attention to the cakes in the last seconds because it can be overbaked very easily, and this will result in a dry, hard and rubbery cake. So those are all of the highlights for success, and now that's the time to go and make some yummy mug cakes in our microwave. The first mug cake that we are going to make today is a tiramisu mug cake, which contains a soft and light chocolate coffee sponge cake and a creamy mascarpone on the top. First, add into a bowl 75 grams of flour, half a teaspoon baking powder, 40 grams sugar, then mix well and set aside. In another bowl, add in the chocolate chips with milk, then microwave on high power for about 1.5 minutes. Every 20 to 30 seconds, take the bowl out and mix to avoid chocolate chips from getting burnt. After microwave, we will have the chocolate milk like in the video. Then add into this bowl 2 teaspoons coffee, 2 tablespoons egg, and 3 tablespoons oil. Mix very well. Next, sift the flour into this bowl and fold to help combine the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients. Try to do this as quickly as possible and stop when the ingredients are just incorporated and there's no trace of dry ingredients in the bowl anymore. It's completely fine for the batter to be lumpy like in the video. Don't mix until the batter is smooth because it will make the cake rubbery and hard with many hollow tunnels and holes inside. Fill the 2 mugs with this batter, and we only fill half the mug because it will rise a lot in the microwave. Then microwave these cakes on 1200 watts for about 2 minutes until the top is set, dry and springy to the touch like in the video. And if you would like to take a closer look into its texture, here it is. It should be soft and fluffy like this, not dry, not hard, and not rubbery. Last, to make it the real tiramisu, we will need to add some mascarpone frosting and cocoa powder on its top. You can find the recipes for all of the frosting that I've been using for my mug cakes in the description below this video. The second mug cake that we are gonna make today is a coconut bread. It's a kind of quick bread which doesn't require yeast and has a wonderful buttery soft and spongy texture just like a cake with a rich coconut taste. First, add into a bowl 20 grams of butter with 75 milliliters milk. Then microwave for about 1 or 2 minutes until the butter has melted. Give the mixture some stirs and set it aside to help it cool down a little bit. Meanwhile, we're gonna prepare the flour mixture. Add into another bowl the flour, baking powder, cinnamon powder, sugar, and whisk thoroughly. Coming back to the bowl of milk and butter, add into this mixture the egg, vanilla, and blend very well. Lastly, we are gonna sift the flour into this bowl and then add the coconut flakes and gently incorporate all of the ingredients. Just like the previous mug cake, try not to overmix the ingredients as it will harm the texture of the mug cake. Divide this batter into 2 mugs and microwave them at 1200 watts for about 1 minute and 40 seconds until the surface is dry and springy to the touch like in the video. Serve this cake when it's still very warm, then you can enjoy its wonderful delicate texture. And if you'd like to make this taste even better, some whipped cream with coconut flakes and cinnamon powder may help. The third cake of today is a kind of cake that is not only attractive but also very nutritious and healthy, and its name is cookie and cream banana cake. For this cake, we first need to prepare some Oreo cookies. Detach the 2 cookies and remove the cream in the center, then put the cookies into a plastic bag and smash them. I make my cookies quite coarse because I'd like to taste a bit of cookies in the cake. Add into a large bowl the wet ingredients including bananas, oil, egg, yogurt, and combine. And oh, by the way, don't forget some vanilla extract to enhance the sweet flavor of the cake. In another bowl, we are gonna add all of the ingredients including the flour, baking powder, brown sugar, and mix very well. Then sift the dry ingredients into the bowl of wet ingredients. Next, add in the Oreo cookie bits and mix until all of the ingredients are combined and there's no trace of dry ingredients anymore. Again, note that it's fine for the batter to be lumpy, and overmixing the batter will only result in rubbery texture of the cake. Divide the cake batter into 2 mugs and microwave them. I set my microwave on 1200 watts and my cakes are done after about 1 minute and 50 seconds, but of course this depends on the microwave itself, so do pay attention to the cooking time. You want to watch the cakes and stop when the top of the cakes is just dry and springy to the touch like this, because it's a sign of the perfect texture inside, which is very tender, very moist and fluffy. And finally, to decorate and also to enhance the flavor of the cakes, we are gonna apply some cream cheese frosting on top, followed by some Oreo bits and the real Oreo cookies. So this is the end of the first episode in my microwave mug cake video. I hope you like it and I wish you lots of success right at your first attempt with making these cakes. In the next episode, we'll continue with the red velvet mug cake, a hot chocomallow cake, a caramelized apple cake, a delicious warm bread pudding, and the last one is for you. Please do let me know if you have any ideas on a cake or even just some flavors that you think would taste very nice in a mug. Leave a comment below this video and I will take one to test the recipe and share with you in the next video. So thank you so much guys for watching, and we'll see each other again in the next episode of making cakes in the microwave.